Hello everyone, my name is Kunal and today I will show you how to create the shield effect from the Doctor Strange movie. To create this effect you will need a minimum system configuration of an i3 processor, 4 GB of RAM, Windows and After Effects, at least CS6. In our project we already have a final compose which you can see with two layers, a footage layer of a person and a null layer. I assume you all know how to track footage and perform motion tracking. The track null in the project is used to follow the hand of the person in the footage. The shield effect, also known as Mandala, appears when the person opens their hand and in the air and disappears when they close it. Let's get started. Create a new composition called circle texture with a resolution of 1920 1080. Now use the text tool to add a bunch of random letters in the center of the composition. You can put any random, but I have already prepared, so I am going to use this texture. So let's this one. Okay, you can see we already created that. It's too weak. Let's increase the size of this 35. We scale the size of the text, align it. Fit up to 100% and okay. Let's duplicate it, copy it and paste it again. Make a little big. You can change the height, scaling, space between the text, whatever you want you can change, or you can use different types of font as your requirement. Just like we are going to use new got, let's see some Palasa script. We'll leave it and let's Ctrl D, duplicate this text layer, hit V and select this layer and drag down. Reduce the scale. Let's make it 19, near about 19 and align it again. Duplicate again, drag it down and reduce the size again near 1. Here we need more text, to copy it, paste it here. Then again align it and vertically distribute it equally, space between these. Now we want to put some more strip if we want to create some Mandela effect, or we want to use some border. Let's add some solid, make composition set. It will create according to the size within 1980, or you can randomly change it. Change the color to white. Okay. Now you can scale it down individually, or you can use masks for that also as per your demand. Let's say we work as a solid and reduce it to 4. We need to reduce it more, so let's say 2. Let's still pick one, zoom it. Okay, let's say we have to reduce more, so let's use 0.8 here. Okay, it's look pretty. Now duplicate this solid layer and drag down. Scale it down more. Let's say we choose 0.4. Sorry, we done the wrong. We want to scale this on the hit as here at 0.4. Duplicate this layer again and drag down again. And reduce the resolution because I am using i3 processor, so it will time taking. If you use that, let's say we're using half. Okay, both are same size. Let's see by hitting S. Okay, same size. Now create another layer by duplicating Ctrl D and drag it down here. We will have to reduce it more. Water. Okay. Now select all. Add this toggle and distribute layer vertically equally. Okay. Let's check by restore. Now you can see, first zoom out and you see that it's look pretty better. You can use some stars, anything you want to use here, you can do this. For that I am using a circle text. Now create a new composition here also, and we call this as a mandala. Now drag our circle texture here and go to our effect and presets browser. Wait for a moment. Typing polar coordinate. Drag it, or you can drag it over the layer. You can see there is two property here: type of conversion and interpolation. First we change to the type rect to polar, and then in 100% interpolation. See, we get this perfect circle effect, pick to 100. Now we need to add some fairly complexity inside this circle. Increase the size if you want, or you can leave it. We can increase size later. Okay, zoom. Now create a shape layer. You can create by using click new shape layer, or by going to layer menu, new shape layer. Hit this drop down menu, go to contain, add polystar. You can see the star is up here, but when you click outside it, it's gone because we didn't give him any dimension. We work on that later. First, by clicking it, it's highlighted. So let's drop down this menu again, polystar menu, and change its position to something you want. If you know about the shield that use in this Doctor Strange, there is some triangles, circles, multiple things, as much as you need. Let's say we use points 3 rectangle, align it if it's center or not. Okay, now it's center. Okay, now go to constraints again and add this time a rectangle. Hit here, increase the size. Okay, you can see the size of rectangle, sorry, the position of the rectangle is little different, so make it center, or you can use by this alignment still. Now again go to contain and add ellipse here. Hit again, increase the size, little bigger than our square, a rectangle. Okay, now it's completely matched. If you want to add something, you can add. Let's say we want to add 2 more. So let's say add polystar again. Increase the size. This time we work in its radius, inner radius. Let's increase this to 200 plus. Okay, this outer radius also. Okay, also add again another polystar and this also. Yeah, reduce it. That's 20 plus. In the radius you can change its radius also, more curvy, more. Not only that, you can change the type of this, just like star you can convert it into polygon, but now after creating this we have to add some dimension. Let's say click on it and see stroke. And after applying the stroke, you can see the stroke. If you don't apply the stroke, then you will see nothing. So make sure you provide them dimension. Let's fit up to 100%. Now one of my favorite effect, repeater. By clicking on add, you can understand what is the meaning of repeater by the name repeater. It repeats something. So here we repeat our stroke strip layer. So let's say you can see the property of copies, offsets. In transfer from there is anchor point, position, scale. Let's say our position needed 0, and repeaters or rotation, let's say we need increase our position 30%. You can see the image little complex. Increase the copies of that. See how much you need it to fill this circle. Okay, hit outside. It's much better. Not only that, you can change again the property of theirs, polystar, polypath, whenever you need it. Let's say we need to change this inner radius, so this polystar, so you can increase or decrease, not this one. You can see that we are changing the inner radius. So not only that, you can change any property if you want whenever you think that we need to change something. Let's say we need to change size, increase, decrease. Let's see. It's look much better than previous. Let's change something in every property. Let's change what we can do in this ellipse. You can see that how pretty. Now change with the polystar if you need. Okay, let's reduce it. We don't need to change here. I think 180. Okay, 180 is perfect. Let's change outer radius. Need it? No. I think no need to change the outer radius. Let's make it again 20. We don't need to change it. Let's change it. See if we need to change here. What result it show? Undo all the changes. Okay, it's okay. More complex. Let's change the repeater. If we really need 12, let's copy it. Reduce the size. Okay, we need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Too much. So let's say we need not 30, we need 40. So reduce them. Play with it, and when you think this okay, you can change it. We have to reduce the polystar. Let's say this is not only 150, we need 194 here. Okay. Let's change what we needed. Make little roundness. Please. Let's 0. We don't need to change it. It will quite well. Okay. After creating our mandala, now you can see nothing life is there. So let's give some life by rotation. Let's give them rotation, scale. Scale both 0, increase the frame 4 frame and make it 100%. Okay, make it capacity easy in. See the graph how it's this time. Then after 2 seconds 40 frame, if I'm not wrong, 100% and 260 0 frame. Okay, you can give it easy. Check it. Okay, graph. Let's zoom it. Let's change the graph and see. Let's look a little much better than now. Give some more effect here. It's look fine right now. Let's do something more. Give here transform effect in circle texture. Let's say click their rotation 0 and give it to 90. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks good. Now let's give some effects here also. Roughen polygons, we need something to change. I think we don't need to change here anything. Let's give 0 in 2016. Set the keyframe and writing key. Let's show the next key point. So we have to zoom in and set here the keyframe near about. Use the little, not too much, very small. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not much, but okay. Now change the, let's change a bit of scale. increase the size of it. Maybe 264. Okay, let's look. Provide also roundness for that. Let's say we need roundness 20. To scale. And outer radius. Let's say we need here also bias 2 to 25. See what effect it will show. Okay. I think the system is little close for now. It's enough for the animation. Let's see, finalize this before it's okay. Now go back to your final composition and drag your Mandala project in here above the track now. Half the size of it. It will take time because of the effects we use here too much. For here, let's try to make third and try to animate it. Now you can see it's working, but we have to adjust it, or we have to sync it with the hand. For that we need to first adjust it here, match the and increase the size. Let's say we need the size. For that we have to again preview it before applying it. Okay, it's perfect, but it's not working with that effect. So what we have to do, just parent with its our track now, which is done already. Now let's check it's working with that or not. Yes, now it's synced, but still need some more work in here. You can see by hitting page up, page down, frame by frame, you can see where is hand. So drag it here near 215 and it's appear here, right, exact. Okay, now see where it's end. It's already created well. Now try preview it. Yes, and okay, done. You can see it's perfectly synced with the hand when the hand in air, the shield is appear, or called Mandala it's appear. Now start providing this effect here. Let's go with the noise, practical noise, drag it here. Let's say increase the contrast. Again we have to preview it. Stop the preview. Stop preview. Increase the contrast and increase the scaling also. Let's say we scale the, or let's say we need 20. And contrast increase to near about 500 and preview it. Okay, you can see it's working like that. If we click half, now add after Fractal noise, let's add rough edges from our effect and presets and drag it again here. Complexity, you can see their properties also. Let's reduce the border to watch our, you can see the random seeds, so we don't need it. Let's say we need 0.1 and we need complexity. No, we don't need complexity, it will create some random issue. More sharpness, increase the sharpness to about 3 points. Fractal influence needed. Open color needed. We can play with their presets, whatever you need for function, border, as sharpness, offset, turbulence. Let's say we reset it and again let's increase scale, reduce it scale. And now make it near 1 to see the detail. Nothing changing. And now let's add some glow effect. Before putting glow, let's preview it first. Okay, see, now it's look like the effect which we needed. Now add some glue and again preview it. Okay, now it's working. Now play with, first we have to change this glow color to AB color. Here is the AB color as per our demand. Whatever color we need, we can change with that. Just like that, we need yellowish. Second, we need little orange. Preview again. See. Now you can increase the threshold or decrease the threshold as per your need. Let's the threshold is about, it is the threshold 1, 2. Okay, increase the radius. You can see it increasing the radius of the glow, highlighting. We give the intensity, it's 1. Okay, let's preview it again before applying. Okay, it's look much better. And preview it. Okay, now let's see, we need more glow here. We can do two things. First, play with here, or we can duplicate this by Control D. You can see now the glow is too far. We can reduce it by increasing threshold. Let's say we do 68, 60, 50 plus, 60, 70 plus. See the preview again. Okay, now it's look. Now also play with the radius here. 270. That's okay. By putting it randomly, you can do whatever want as per the scene. Also, you can see no changing anything. I don't think anything need to be changed. Let's see the result. Okay, now it's look, but still there is a black and white. To solve this problem, we need here tint. This is the last step. I hope now you can see. For black, let's change with the. You can change whatever you need. Let's say we need some purplish and some bluish, and change it. See, but still, let's do. No, it's not good. It's much better than that. But let's change this color to little yellowish orange, and see preview again. You don't have to do again and again preview because I have system complexity. The configuration of system is still low. Let's change its property to yellowish. Okay. Okay, now it's look like. Okay, now it's look like the effect we need, and you can see the some text which we use in movie effects. Let's preview it. Okay, now it's now convert it to 3D by switching this toggle button. Click it here. You will see what is the use of it a little bit later. Just click it here. Now you can see. Let's preview it completely. Okay, now it's working perfectly fine. But still need something more have to do. We need here lighting effect also needed. So how to create that light effect also, which make it more real. So let's do one thing. Go to your layer menu, new, add solid layer, same, make compose size, or select any color you want. Let's say we use yellow and little light. Okay, okay. Now by hit T, the opacity, reduce the size of this. For displaying color, and give the name of this layer is inner circle, and drag down under the Mandala. Why we need it? If you see, when it is open, if something is light also reflect here. If this Mandala light effects also here, we need it. So to create that effect, we open an inner circle, increase the opacity. Okay, that's okay. Now go to your masking, select ellipse tool. By creating shift, you can create perfect circle. After that, select the mask and drag here. You can see the difference before and after. Let's say we have to this and see the sharp edges. We don't need it. So for that we need to, by hitting the rectangle, increase the further. When you increase, when you satisfy with it, now you can see, and now click this I button, see. But still we can't see the result properly, so we need to decrease the opacity of this. Okay, let's increase this and duplicate this Mandala effect also again, and also we need to that inner circle with the pen. And again switch off this toggle button and change this Mandala to add. You can see the light effect. This also with the overlay, the mode. Now you can see the orange yellow effect. Increase this 100%. Now the exact we need it. Okay, let's see the inner circle. You can see the layer of the inner circle is still appearing before the shield. So what we have to do, we have to two things. We can scale down or scale up here, or we can do transaction opacity. So let's say we need 30% opacity. So let's see when we need it. You see this Mandala appear is here. So type T, hit this keyframe and reduce it. Now hit here and 0. We don't need. Also do one thing. The circle is a little outside, so drag here according to the circle. You can play with the scale also, but let's say we need only this. And you can see this circle is go here. So again hit here. Now this go here again, make it 0. And see. Now it's look much better. Okay, do one thing more. This here. Okay. We need to do one thing more. Let's create again. You can duplicate it and drag above the Mandala effects. Convert it again. Open the mask and delete it right now and create another mask here. First just align it by aligning. Give scale 100%. Okay, I think that's some problem is happening here. Delete it, create a new layer of solid composition size, okay. First reduce the size of it, reduce the size not of opacity. Let's say we need this. Okay, also we have to save it before it's at. Go to your pen tool and create some randomly. Masking here. Okay. And what this, it shows some lighting effect. Why we create it? For the lighting. For the light effect we create this. And again, if you draw down this, preview it, you can see this mask. For to remove that sharp layer, we use it is toggle menu and increase the feather as much you need. See, now it's okay. You can see the difference with mask and without mask. Let's do some near about. This solid layer work in our hand and this solid layer work on the mandala. Okay, same, you can use scale or property whatever you need to create. Let's say we need opacity here and next 0. When the mandala appear, the light is appear here on there. The same goes to here. When this shield is off, this lighting also go disappear. Have to see. You can see the light. Let's reduce it and see the difference. This and preview it. See the difference. For that we need this. So now see the light. Same with that. And when you reduce it, see the light. See the difference where the light disappears. Also convert it into 3D if you need, and do some rotation, Y rotation to, let's say, 86 and Z axis. See light. Switch off the toggle button. Increase. Preview it and see. See the difference. If you need, you can reduce the size also or of the mask or the opacity. Let's see how much it is. No, we make a mistake here. Wait. Same go to here. Okay, now it's looking better. We need to increase the mask here to show the lighting effect in the shield. In the shield, preview it. Okay. Also do one thing more. Let's say we need something more. Make more real. Let's see the difference. Now you can see more realistic. By just change the little position of it to show blurry effect. Now let's say we add camera here, camera on 50 mm. Okay, drop down, hit this drop down menu, camera options. We don't need to change this. Increase the depth of field and increase the focus distance also. Let's say we need 3000, 4000, whatever you need as per the design. We need more. Let's say okay, focus distance, let's increase little bit near about 200. We don't need to change with the blur. Oh, now it's look like, let's see, by now you can see the blurring effect. We don't need it in this option. Okay. Now let's make more. Now you can see our effect is complete. Let's add merge. You can use particle here, whatever you want you can do. Let's add one thing more. Let's say create a new solid layer, make it little blackish. Okay, okay, black. Okay, 200%. Activate the proportional gate. Choose the rectangle tool, mask, and create this. Let's see, we need to invert it. Select it. This. Okay. Okay. You can use one thing more in this effect. This three-tone effect. What it do? It will some cinematic color affection. You can see. Just deactivate it and see the difference. Now our effect is created completely. Let's check the everything once again and then preview it. See the difference. Let's reduce it. And the same goes to here. Also change the mode to addition. Let's highlight it. See the difference. Now it's look much better. Let's reduce it more. Increase it. Okay. Now it's so let's start and see all the rendering one. Let's say we need 58, 56 for that. Now let's render it. Go to file menu, then export, and you can use add the render queue and add to media encoder. I'm going to use with the add to media encoder. Wait for a moment. I go add to the media encoder. Okay. Now it's up here. To open we need only one. Remove this one and let's start it with this one. You can change the source whatever you needed. As far as we are not going to change, we keeping same. Just render. It will take time and it show all the details. Remember one thing, the render time also vary on the particles, the effect you use in it. The more effect you use, the more animation in the composition or in the project, the rendering time increase. Or also it depend on the configuration of your system. Right now we are using just a i3 normal laptop, so it will take time to render it. And of course you will see some issue when you have a low configuration system that you have to preview to watch the result rather than showing a live. Again you have to preview it. So I'll suggest you have use a little higher configuration, but you can create such types of effect by using these configurations. You can see it take near about 4 minutes to render this. where we don't use any particles, not too much lighting effects. Now let's see the result. We will output. So our this Doctor Strange shield effect is created. By this process you can create multiple sci-fi effects like Iron Man, helmet effects, Spider-Man effects. Even then you can create multiple hologram by following this process. So thank you for watching.